there again. This is Russell Scott from scottcarvings.com. I told you I'd get back to this one. And we're at a different place. Looks like there's so much for looking like we're camping or something. And you see the concrete, not the concrete, but the tar. This is the parking lot of the little hotel that we were staying. And we're not much of campers, but it's a tiny hotel in the woods kind of a thing. And so I want to get going, and like I said, I want to just, this is either entertainment or maybe you'll learn a little something, I don't know. Just cleaning up, and I just thought I'd show you how I kind of change things up a little bit here. Just want to get a handle of the head. Maybe a little bit of a turn to it. But I want to look at the arms. I did bring them in. Like I said, I just got this started and I thought, well, let's have a video on it. So, okay, I need to bring the body in a little more. Yeah, he is a nighttime Santa with the, oh, matter of fact, I gotta bring that in before I do that. Let's bring that in. This I can do, because this is gonna kind of bell out a little bit like a bell. I gotta be careful because now I got concrete underneath. Like I said before, which I failed, is if you go flat, it's flat. Oops. Yeah, this piece is a little stiff too, but let's keep adjusting that. Here's his feet. And I want this to bend a little bit. Play with the footsies here. Yeah, I want to play with the footsies here because that sticks out. Therefore, I want to make sure that I got that committed. And I can always come back later, but as long as I commit to it. A little bit of twist here. Hold it in where you would assume the knee should be, knee-ish. That's what I gotta keep, look, make sure I'm still in. Even though I'm kind of carving, as you can see, carving towards me, I got that thumb out. So, thumb to my thumb, so it stops. And I know that there's a stopper here. I might be a little careful on the first one to make sure that that stopper is good. You know, the arm. So a cup of cocoa. Is this cocoa or tea?
Either one.
Okay.
Whatever he feels like.
Hey, next time we'll make one cocoa in one hand and a flask of whiskey in the other. Oh, he needs He needs his bump as best he could. Okay, so there's another hotel person coming in. Let's just kind of straighten this out a little bit. Right there. Now I wonder what this is. Kind of one of those worms that got in there. But
Hello.
we're
Hi
good.
there, how are you guys doing?
Good. It feels good out here for a few minutes, doesn't it?
Well, just so it's not gonna get buggy, but it's breezy, I think, enough, huh?
No, it feels good right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so dang hot all day. We were up to Beatrice and the biting flies got so bad. You know, we said forget it. It was a breeze when we first got there, and then the breeze went down and the biting flies, they were like vicious.
So are you gonna be staying Monday night too, or what night, let's see. You came in last night, so I
Yeah,
think
well-
I charged you for 3 nights,
Yep, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
okay?
Because
he said he thought I told him on Monday also.
Yeah.
So,
so what do you got going on? You got someone coming in here?
no,
Okay.
I just thought I'd ask.
What do you want to do, Russ?
Well, we can. I don't know.
I guess
You
it
wanna-
depends on the weather for the
That's
rest.
fine, it's gonna be hot Monday, they say, but
I heard it's gonna be over 100 degrees down in the cities. That's what they said, like 102.
really?
Yeah. So, yeah, if we can carve, let's stay an extra day, because,
Well, you can let me know tomorrow,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be down there anyway.
yeah, we'll watch the weather.
I mean,
Yeah.
I said, we had 5 at the pizza counter tonight, and we were going steady.
I know, I saw you guys in there, and it was like, oh my
And then
God.
we had 4 in the back, or 5. I mean, everything was backed up, windows, everything. I mean, it wasn't just,
I know, it's crazy.
and it all comes in at once.
You know what? It's been busy everywhere we went today. It was busy at the boat launch. We went over there. We usually carve over there, but it was way crowded with people. And it was busy on the beach.
Well, it was hot, people didn't wanna be in. If
Yeah.
they were out here, they wanted to be out, and I think that's what happened, everyone was out on the boats,
Yeah,
and when they started coming in,
yeah,
and we had so many to-go's.
yeah.
And when we get some of these orders, there's 5 to 6 pizzas on them, and I said,
I know. I
it
saw
kills
that
you.
one guy carrying out, looked like he had 8 pizzas.
Yeah.
I'm like, geez.
It just about kills you.
Yeah, Amy was gonna rent a kayak today, and they were all busy. I mean, even the park rangers said they were overwhelmed. You know?
Yeah, I said, well, you don't know.
Yeah.
It's all a fickle business, that's what I call it, fickle.
But it's probably good. You guys probably like the extra.
Well, we
business.
do, but we don't like it when everyone has to wait, but there's nothing we can do either.
Where was your daughter-in-law? I didn't see her.
Well, she was there.
Oh, was she? Oh.
She's the one that does all the phone answering, taking messages,
Oh, yeah, I didn't see her.
sending the food out.
I saw your son for a
Yeah,
couple
he's in
minutes.
the back supervising back there.
Yeah. I know, it was
But
crazy.
we have a lot of young workers this year, and not that they aren't producing, but it's amazing what we've had to go through
Yeah.
this year.
Do you have people helping you with the hotel this year?
I have one gal,
Okay,
cause I can't do it as much as I used to.
yeah. Well, the
And,
rooms are
and I
nice.
really want to stay working down there for a while yet. I
Yeah.
see people that I know. I'm not a real social person that I go out and do a lot.
Yeah.
So that,
Yeah, why not? If you enjoy it, keep going.
yeah, and I do, and I said, I see people that I know.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah,
And we visit.
yeah, why not? Keep going.
So is your family over at the park?
No, they're not. Our daughter has a new boyfriend that she wanted to show him McCarthy Beach, because Russ's family's been coming up here since the 1960s.
Uh-huh.
So she wanted to show him, but they're actually staying in Chisholm at, I don't know what the name of the hotel is, Country Inn and
Country Inn and
Suites.
Suites, I think, or country, I don't know, something.
Yeah. So they're staying there.
She wanted to go stay there because it has a pool.
I was gonna say it's got a pool.
No, it's
It's-
under construction, so they don't have a pool.
Oh,
So all that for nothing. And they went swimming in the lake anyways.
Yeah, they went swimming over it at the big beach today. But yeah, they're having fun. He's never been up here before.
oh, that's
So they went and they played that frisbee golf over
oh, just
down the road here.
Yeah.
And they went to the beach and
They have a tournament out here tomorrow
oh for
for
the
the disc golf.
oh okay.
Yeah.
I thought I saw that they were
My
having
grandson is big into that.
I thought they were having the neighborhood garage sales this weekend, but it must not
No,
be.
that's Father's Day weekend.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. All right.
Father's Day week. That was big too this year.
Yeah, we went to
They
that
had
a couple of
36
years.
people in it, I guess.
Yeah, that was fun. We went a couple of years and it was really fun.
Yeah.
How about the blueberries? Are they ripe?
No one's really said much,
Oh,
but they went ahead and they sprayed along the roadside.
oh, did they?
Last week,
What?
and it wouldn't be good to get those.
No.
All I care about is if I can find some so I can film them for my little
Yeah, he wants
B-rolling
to
here.
Take a picture of them.
If they,
I
if
don't
they're,
know.
Yeah,
I don't go in the woods anymore.
yeah,
After I had cancer, that was it.
yeah.
I used to go out there, but
so whose house is that down there? Is that one of your sons?
where?
Just as you go straight down the path there, you run into the first house.
No, that's no. Matter of fact, she's originally from out here. Her name was a Jarnson,
Yeah, there you go.
and then she married Larry Olson, who was a forester.
Yeah, because they got a Scandinavian flag out there, so it had a
But
Norwegian.
your
So
son lives down here somewhere too, doesn't he?
He lives right behind the pond.
Oh, okay.
so is that a pond or a lake?
It's a pond.
Oh, okay. It's a pretty big pond,
And
but
my son took a picture of that last week when he was up here, and it was just beautiful. I mean, literally, when you looked at it, how he took it, it was really nice. You never know it was just a pond here. Well, I gotta get in. I've gotta get off my feet. My
Alright.
feet are
Go to
sore.
bed.
Well, I stand, all
Yeah.
the time there, and I said
Yeah.
tonight I had to try and move a little bit. The one foot was going to sleep on me, I think, a little bit. So
Yeah, we're gonna go in soon. It was just like, oh, it's cool out here for a few minutes. I think we'll stay outside for a few minutes.
So you have a portable high chair, huh, Russell?
portable high chair.
Oh yeah,
High chair.
he got that at
Oh,
Cabela's.
high chair. Yeah,
It's from Cabela's.
yeah.
If our son bought us one up here. He bought it really for my husband,
Yeah.
and I go like in the mornings if
Yeah.
it's nice, and I sit on there and eat or
Yeah.
read or whatever I want to do.
Yeah,
And I
Russ's
have-
mom had one too.
Yeah, that's what we saw it.
I want to get one like that too.
That's a nice one.
I know it's good height for him because he's 6'4", so
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
I
they're
like
nice.
it.
Yep.
And you got a light and everything.
Yep.
Oh, he was taking a picture. He was
Videoing
filming
it.
himself carving.
Oh,
Yeah.
alrighty. You take care.
All right, you too. We'll let you know about Monday.
All right.
So any hoot nanny. That's we were having a little discussion there. So that's I decided to have. I could have a little bit of music while we are discussing. And anyone care to hear a little jibber jabber? So I thought I'll keep going and fill in with music. Hopefully, can still fill along, stay along. Ooh, what's the right terminology? Okay, I'm finishing this hand. What I like to do is when I'm doing two of the same, like for example, in this case, hands is I find the smallest hand of the two, because maybe I just need to shape this more. And if there is one that is smaller, I make the smaller one perfect and then make the bigger one smaller like the smaller one. And they're about the same size. So I'm gonna, now the cup, I'm gonna round the cup and round the fingers. Because the dude's gonna kind of squeeze around the handle. I wonder if it's still got enough light. We're starting to lose it, but you still got enough light. And I was gonna say, with my editing software, I can lighten it up even more. I just don't. Well, right now it's dusk, and I think the sun has set. It's at that time where the sun is set, and then it's really getting darker by the second. And we would be up here, and I would be just underneath, close to one of those lights there, those permanent lights, to keep carving. I just don't want to put it down, but it gets so dark. Now here's one of those things I was talking about with the last carving, where you get this separation between this hand and the cup of coffee, or cup of hot chocolate, and you have to get in there. And whenever you can avoid that when developing something, and you get those little dockyards in there. It's always good to have a set of those. I got them, but I didn't bring up. I'll probably take care of that during the cleanup. And the cup should kind of go down this way a bit. Yeah. I hear it sounds like either a brown or hermit thrush in the background. More than likely it's a hermit thrush, just twirling away in the background. Oh yeah, he's twirling. I think it's the same one I heard earlier. Okay, so let's give everything a look here. I guess I got this worm here. It looks like a worm, doesn't it? But so you're gonna paint this white then?
It's gonna be red and white stripes.
Oh yeah, red and white stripes.
Tonight, no, it's gonna be red and white stripes.
Yeah, let's bring this in a little bit more. Because I still want a little bit of flattening. If you're flattening, it helps with the elbows. I think that's going to go deeper and deeper. Well, I need to go deeper anyways. It's really amazing how much light that this smartphone gives. And if this is the old 8mm, oh my goodness, it'd be black right now. Did I hear an owl? Yeah, so it's appropriate to carve this right now. He's a going to bed Santa. And it's going to bed time. And I should take the hint, but I just want to keep carving. Get a little bit of this. I do hear the song sparrows are still going. The song sparrow is still awake. I think we can stay up a little longer. Oh, So she just put her air conditioning on. In fact, that was the lady who owned this hotel. Hers is upstairs. Ours are downstairs here. I got rid of most of it. In fact, I think I got rid of all of it. So it's still oh, this is here. And it's getting darker, so even though I think you could, yeah, you could still see pretty well. But I am starting to, if I miss out on anything, I'll catch it later. And so I'm trying to get those elbows in, and those shoulders in, and those arms in, all in one piece. The shoulder bones connected to the upper arm bone. I'll stop. Now I want to put this little dent in here. I think I did it on the other side. I didn't put it on this side. Now one of the things I like doing about putting this dent in, because it's a fold, is then you can kind of round, then you can round this top arm this way, and then you can round the forearm this way. I'm still trying to remember and learn the cut. Straight cut, straight in. I'm going to put some dent in because this is a night. Okay, we're back. It's the next morning. It's after breakfast and before lunch-ish area here, so I thought I'd get back. I chose another spot. Actually, I'm about 20 and a half yards ahead. The parking lot is behind me. Oh, where are we? And we're going to move on. Now giving another look at what we got here. I mean, it's all in general, I think, except for the hands. Now, I think I'll try the hands before I go to the face, because he's going to have hands, not gloves, and there's going to be a lot of cleaning up to do thereof. So I might as well put a little cleaning here, because it's bothering me, and I wonder if it's bothering you. Like I said, I have to wait to get home to use my dockyards to get in here. Hands. Now the thing is, with these hands, these are 4-finger hands because we see the fingers, the thumbs are buried. They are either like the thumb is holding the book, but we can have him still hold on to the book. She don't give me much room. So what I'll do. Oh, another thing too is it's very breezy, which is good for me because it's a very hot day, and it's going to be a hot day. It's not that hot now, but it's getting there. And we got the bugs around here, so that's why I want to keep the wind. And if it gets just too buzzy, I'll just put music on instead. The song sparrow in the background. Now we are kind of close to Highway 5 here. It's a very non-heavy road, but there's still cars that can. It's a Sunday right now. And for the cup, I'm going to use this for the thumb. Now the 4 fingers, because what's going to happen is, well, you got, I don't know if we're just going to do a cheat and just do all 4 fingers, knowing that the top 2 fingers are in the hole, not hole, but in the handle. But then the hand would kind of look a little bit like that. Oh, and we still have the loon in the background. But I'm not sure if you can hear that, because I think you might hear, I think their air conditioning system is on. I am on a hill. Let's do the foot. Now the toes would be in the center. So we're gonna make sure we got big toes, and then the other four rather, the halves here. Trying to make them smaller. There he is, the loon. And let's just, I'm gonna give it a little more for the big toe. I'm actually on a hill that looks down. It's about 15 yards down, and it goes flat and it goes straight to the lake, and it goes straight to the Bimbo's octagon. And so I'm looking down. Here, let's do a little quickie here. Why don't I just give you a quick. Oops. Maybe I should put things down first. There's my environment. Over in the back, there's the kids doing the work, getting ready for tonight's. Oh, it being Sunday, I think they might be open right now. And then there's a little bit of a frisbee golf. They got a couple of those out here. And then there's the, can I turn this without hurting my back? There's the hotel. Or on the other end, this end, not that end. And then there's a little swamp down there. That's where it's all white. That's all. No, that's a gravel parking lot. Past that is the swamp. So that's my environment, and yeah, you gotta walk down just to get down there. So I'm up on the hill overlooking. Let's put this back on, my boom. There we go. Let's bring this back down without hurting ourselves. Oh, and it looks like did I zoom in? Must have did a little bit of zooming. If I were to hold this like this, nope. Oh, there he is again. Come on. And just a little, oh no, the other way. Just to make sure my belly ain't in the way. All right, back to work. Now I got a smaller chisel, a smaller V. I believe again, I'm waiting for my set. I believe I do have a smaller V, a medium V and a large V. And that was the large V I was using. And the large V, that's a good rough out V if you want to get roughing things out. But now when we start getting the fingers, okay. And I'm just going to do a quick for now. It'd be best if I detail later, but do a quick for now. One of these. Am I in? Yep. One of these. It's about a 10 or 20 degree angle. So when I flip it over, 10 to 20 degree angle back, you separate. Once you put that separation in, then that tells you they're fingers. I can use a scoop. Can I bring one out, a small scoop? No, I didn't. Yes, I did. One maybe a little smaller. Might be a little too big. This is my number 9, about 10 again. I think you want a little smaller. That's the thing about going on vacation. I didn't bring my whole kit and caboodle of of tools. Just enough to kind of get things done. Let's get that pinky. Now what's going to happen, I just shrunk the hand a little bit. So to keep that in mind. And I want to do a little bit of a triangle because there's the hand, or the palm rather, and then there's the fingers that come together. If you do something, just something like that, at least, that tells your audience that you're on it. And of course there's more with the pinky should be in more. Again, in details, I gotta take my hat off. My bill keeps hitting you here. I think now my head might. Oh, and I forgot to take just something, just a chip. At this size, I don't worry too much about detail, or too much about realism or detail. You could if you want. You could if you want. And there's more to it. I mean, there's like the first knuckle, the second knuckle. I'll probably do more of that in the detail. Just a scoop. That shows your knuckles. First knuckle, second knuckle. A little bit around us there. Now I do think I have, I'll take just a little bit off here. His hand is too much like this. I want to have his hand straight. Well, for heaven's sakes, the wind died down. Or did I speak too soon? Here it comes. Okay, that's I want to say decent quick hand. Oh goodness, you can do all kinds of fixing and telling me how way off that is, of course, but just a little quickie. Okay, same here. Now I'll start with the thinking or the believing that there is the thumb. Now when we do this, let me do a quickie first here. Let's do this first and do a little more. And a little more yet. Careful you don't take that thumb off. And that lifts the thumb up. Now you see the thumb. Now you could have the thumb is in the cup. Would people do that? So again, let's do, because the hand is curled. There, I went his back. Degrees one way, 20 degrees the other, or 10, or however sharp you want it. The thing that I neglected on this side, like I said, I'll do in details, is do this little chip right here. And kind of rounding it, and instead of being square fingers. Again, I'll just show you a little bit of that. I will do that in details when I have my visor, and here I'm prying wood off with the tip, which is not good. Like I said, I'd like being out doing some videos out here in the adventures and be more adventurous. Rounding the thumb a little bit. Oh, I did that. I did the back and forth, and no, I did not do. Now some people do something like this where you take the chisel and go like this, like this, like this. I think my chisel might be a little too wide for that. I'm trying to show sort of a caricature of this going on here. do that, I might as well, if I did it with one, I better do it with the other. So this goes towards the center, from the center, stay in the center, from this end towards the center. A lot of picking. A lot of picking. So while you're looking at that, I'm going to get myself another swizzle of water here. Let's put that there. You know, look at it there. Yeah, it's a hot days, a lot of water goes. Pencil. I want to take a look at the hat before the weather. Take a look at the hat before we take a look at the face. Not the weather. Now she has this hat on top. I don't like that kind of version. I like it more when you put a hat on, whether it's a Santa hat or any hat, is you want to put it at an angle like this. But I guess this is a little more caricature, I don't know. We're just going to have to go with it. Go with the flow. V. Sometimes I'd wear my chisel glove, but I just got a quickie here, I suppose. But on the other hand, like I've mentioned before, is use your chisel edge, like a flat edge. I mean, you could probably do it with a knife, but this way it gets in there, it gets into these. And especially if you got their tools that are nice and sharp, you might as well use them. Use that edge. And that helps. Get this out a little more, or in there a little more. Just a knife. Where am I? That's better, when it was almost hitting my head. I'm trying to keep it close to me because when I stretch out it's bad on the back. And so I might as well prick the camera, put the camera close. Now another thing I noticed, by just listening to my videos, one of my videos is it just, I'm going to have to crank up my voice if I'm going to have to, if you want to hear it, because a lot of people tell me that I mumble so much, mumble. And I do, it's just, it's almost like I'm talking to myself. One of the things that I want to do, I told my brother Ronald, also, there's on YouTube, there's people that'll teach you how to have a radio voice. And how to have that resonance and the power. I was thinking about something like that, so I realize I'm talking to an audience, not myself. I think that's my problem. I'm just, let's just say, and I should realize what my audience is. Another thing other people have done, and I really enjoyed it, and you probably have too, is seen Doug Linker is a good example where he would not have any talking at all, and probably, I don't know, do you have your volume up at all, or are you just watching and no volume? So get more into that. This has to be rounded. We're taking the pencil marks off first. Cut marks off as well. maybe I should not talk at all unless I get to an important part. I mean, here, I don't have to tell you this is the eye line. Because there's the shoulder. So now I'm mumbling to myself. I'm thinking to myself out loud. I wanted to turn his head a little bit, but it's just not working. That's a little bit of turn to it. Let's see how far I can go without talking. You just can't keep your yap shut, can you? I was talking about what I meant from the last carving. I thought it was, but it was Carol Levy from Iowa, who kind of got me started on doing this. Carol Levy, not oh no, I can't even remember the name I used before. She does like dolls and stuff. What's her name? Carol Levy. She does Santas and witches and all kinds of other things. And I had the fortune of taking one of her classes. Learned something. Like I said, I just want to get this this has to be sharp. And it's a wide, and then towards the middle of the eye, towards the middle. Just careful lift. A little bit towards the eye. I might as well put this in right away. Here on the eye line, wherever that eye line is supposed to be. to try a little bit. I'm going to do this right away without using a chisel. And I want to get that bridge where the eye socket will go in. And I'm trying to do that without ruining this. I think I already did. Without ruining that nice slope. Ouch! Ooh! That was a black fly. That one hurt. Despite the fact we got the wind. Where did he come from? Okay, that's what I was trying to do, was to my attempt to take my knife. I am still learning different techniques on doing this. I mean, I'm getting closer now. I think I prefer to use the knife as much as I can. I've done that. I've always had that attitude, as the knife as much as I can. There's a lot of people who live by the chisel. And nothing wrong with that. I mean, I think I should use chisel more, to tell you the truth. But I still want my number 9 10 mil, just to get that roundness and deepness right there. You get that scoop up. Upside down, number 9 again. Sorry, I had to listen. I could have swore that was a bluebird. Was that a bluebird? That's just people talking. That pontoon just went by. Let's see if there are any more arrows. Okay, that's not too shabby. I like how that, I don't know how this comes out on the camera. You know, it's really interesting. I'm looking up. It seems brighter. I think I might have to darken it, whereas at night, how bright it was. Right now I look at that, that's beautiful as far as the lighting. And here I think you might have it a little too bright. Is there a difference? And that's what happens, is that, let me get over here to the shade. I'm gonna shut it and just move it over. I'll be right back in probably about 30 seconds. I'm back. I want to see if you can see there's people. Oh yeah, right there in the center of the screen. Just sitting there, nice little loon there. Minnesota State bird. And he's still there. All right, moving along, got into a good spot. Yeah, the loon is still out there. I'm surprised how close they're getting to him, and he's just calling away. Okay, let's make sure that the before I turn this back on, I should give this a quickie. I wanted to give this just a quickie here. Oh, what is that? It's not a spider mite. What is that? Get out of here. I haven't seen that before. It looks like a huge spider mite. It wasn't a wood tick. Yes, and I think I mentioned before that loon was our state bird, and I think the wood tick is our state, of all things, state insect. So we are the loony tick state. How do you like that? Okay, let's get back to work here. I think I need to bring this. I need to bring this more. Because if I come up here, then it's too high. I have to readjust. Like I said, I want to bring this down, bring the head down a little more, because, oops, it's a little larger on our left side. Just a little twist here, just a little evening out here. Take and widen this a little more. Oh, just adjustments here and there. I just don't want to waste my time, and waste your time rather, on all these adjustments. But let's get here. Oh my goodness, I think here's the problem. I need to bring this back more, so I can bring this up more. There. I'm trying to get that as dead center as possible, because I'm going to be making quite a bit of adjustments when I'm doing the video. Yeah, see, it's still a little too much on this side, I think. Is it that way? I think this slopes down more than the other side. Now I'd still want, oh, I gotta fix that. There we go. Like I said, I do like the, in this case, the happy mustache. Let's do a smaller happy mustache, because he's got his chocolate. Here, still in. There's the loon. All right. Let's get the knife. You know, and it just occurred to me that my daughter is out with her bow doing kayaking on the lake. I don't see them out there, but they are they're to call me when they're done, but they can't call me while I have this on. Yo boy. I notice I jabbed up the cheek a little bit here. I think I'll have to adjust for that. Oops, I got a little tough. When I pull that out, I'll fix that. All right, first run, I'm trying to make as less tip as I can. Yeah, you did a little bit right there. You can adjust it a little bit on this side. Okay, I'm going to adjust the eyes just a little more. Just as adjusting the eyes and the cheeks a little bit more. Okay, he's getting there. I think it's time to take the pencil marks off. Bring this in a little bit. Smoothing it out. Get a little deeper here. Now the eye, I want to get the eyebrow quick. Usually I do the eyebrow bone after I put the eye in. Let's just do it now. Here's the new one. I mean, this is kind of, again, newer. I'm learning different techniques as I go. I want to keep learning. Looking at other people's. How are they doing things? Do I like it? And then I want to use it. If I don't, then I don't use it. Now we do this like I've done before. Get up that forehead. I kind of am liking this. Hold on, let me finish. Is this kind of a thing where they just this extra scoop right here. Again, you need a sharp knife, and then it just make sure you slice while you do that. And see, the eyebrow is a sharper point. I kind of like that a little bit. Now, I got it too far down. If it wasn't too far down, and of course I got to wait till I put the eye on, for crying out loud. Then there's also a little bit of this. There's a little bit of the cranium before you get to the eyebrow. I kind of like that too. That's going on. And I think I still need to do get a little deeper with the eye. And like I said, I got my reading specs on. Let's do another one of these. A little more sharpness. Now, I'm not going to do the eyes on this one because you look back in my other videos where I have the eye and how to do the eyes. Like I said, I have my I have my visor on, and usually the visor would clack into the camera. But I'm going to shake the beard. I'm going to do a little bit of the beard work. Oh, before the beard, I'm sorry. Let's do a little bit of this. Do we want him to have a Santa lip? Kind of like a the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Santa. Bass and, what was the other guy's name? Or is it something in Bass? Bass and some. I can hear you all filling in the blank for me there. And this is a nice, get that tip in there. And then get that tip in there. Be careful you don't go too rounded and break that tip. And you take that. And this is the difference between having a mouth and a tongue sticking out. A mouth has a hole. He's got a little bit of cookies in there. Now I'm not going to pencil in, that's a little more shapy. I'll do the beard, and I'm not going to pencil in like I did the other ones. I'm going to just go right at it because we want it to be imperfect. Again, you could do it any style you want. Some people like to take that round chisel and just, that's enough. Some people like to take the knife and, or even just do these sharp edges like this. You know, the Harley Riffsaw facets, and that's good enough. Whatever floats your boat here. Take the tip, and that's kind of the same with, now I don't have tufts on this. That's what I would do, the tufts. Is just get that tip. Well, here's a tuft. Just get that knife tip in there and scoop. Oh, there's tufts right. What am I talking about? Tuft right here. Going around this a little bit. Sorry. took you away from one to do another. Let's round this just a little bit. Clean this a bit while I'm there. And like I said, you just take it. That's all I do. Just of course, Carol Levy, she likes to take the chisel to it, a round chisel. That's fine. In fact, it's good. I like it better that way. But this is a quickie. This is always a nice quickie for me. Take off some of the pencil marks and some of the glove marks. Fix while I'm going along, listening to the loon. Do it any which way you want. And again, I'll have to come back for more detail. Sometimes you could do something like this with the top. Bring this in more and put a little more light in there, or into the darkness there. And bring this up a little bit. Get more shadow even there. Adding a little more light, but adding a little more shadow, lifting it up. Same with the back, or you can leave the back like that. Sometimes you need a three-dimensionality, which means you lift one end up and the other end is flat. I've done that before too. Most of the time I do this. Get some light in there, even though it's aka darkness in this case. That gives a little extra. And when I detail, I'll get that tip of knife a little deeper in there. Get some nice shadowing going on in there. Now I look out exactly where I showed you where the loon is. Now there's two of them just sitting there. Same spot. Okay, let's just like I'm going to start with the temple, and it's like at about a 30-degree angle and just kind of curve. Come back this way, do the same. I like to have a 30 to 40, not too wide like this, so it'll break off and hit your thumb. But you want it as wide as you can, that you can do it comfortably. If you can do it really wide, then go right ahead. And then you can do some curls to it. I'm kind of relatively straight down for right now. And again, at the temple, it goes out like this. It goes out, not down, but out. Well, out and down. Am I still in the camera? Oh, ooh, there's a chip there. Oops. Oops. Ooh, and then we got an eagle. Hear him? He's hollering at me for ruining this. Oh. But remember, beard is imperfect. Shh, listen to him. Where is he? Nope. Done chirping. I'll come back to fix this. Or I can adjust. At the trees in the way, but what is he doing? He's got to be flying. He can't be perched here. He can't be perched over there. He is flying around. So don't get too wide. You take a hunk off, but again, as soon as I'm done here, I'll go look at it. I just want to finish this, get this all. Don't want this hanging while I'm trying to figure something out. Now notice I did have the hair come straight down. I could have put a little more twist to it. I think maybe it's because he's done for the night and it's just hanging down. I don't know. All right, let's get back over here and fix this. If I do this, if I take this out, what will that do to it? And then should I take an extra out over here to balance it, or? Careful, I don't get too far. Well, continuing on my chip. Now I'm scooping. And I'm using the tip. Did I go all the way around yet? Okay, come back this way. All right, there we go. Now, I like to do a little bit of undercut. Bring that beard out. I used to really get into this. Now I give it a quickie. It's just enough to bring the hair out. Now one of the things I want to go to, okay, I'm done. I'm going to take the chisel to the beard. But what I want to do is come back and do these dents in the fabric, the folds in the fabric. Put this a little more deeper crease. Now this is a nighttime Santa, so he's got his jammies on and they're kind of this and that. Cleaning this a bit. Okay, did I put enough dents in here? And again, a lot of the cleanup will come up. I don't know what kind of dents I will put in. Good. Some dents. Get some of that imperfection going on. Oops, I buried the tip. I want to kind of do this because I want to take the squareness out. There's too much of a square here. All right, there's that. The book. Now the book cover. Got a nice round because it's facing that way. So I'm just going to give it a quick smaller V. There's the cover. Oh, now here comes the pine beetles, or the chisels, rather. I always thought there was a pine beetle. I never see the chisels, but I see pine beetles, and I thought it was the same. Anyways, that was a little. I get that. Okay, I goofed up there. I got too much. But when I paint it white, it will. That's the cover. Okay, finishing off with the beard is I'm gonna first come in with all of this and try. This is the time to put some extra twist to it. Go a little deeper. Get that a little deeper. Oh shoot, there's more. There's more to coming off. Ooh. Let's see what we can do on this side. Or can we balance it or leave it? Like I'll do a little bit, just a little bit of balancing, but he could have just, now he's probably just waking up and bringing the book in and his used cup. Okay, now now we put the curls in. Or not so much curls, or the twisties and the light is starting to come through again. How does that look? Oh my goodness, it's... Well, I was gonna say we're getting pretty close to done here. Come in this way. Yeah, this is where I'm going to leave it with, even for detailing. And like I said, the eyeball. Look at my other videos. I got so many of them with eyeballs. I can do a fresh eyeball one of these times, but not right now. Okay, that's as far as I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm sorry, mustache. And there it is. That's as far as I'm going to go here. Like I said, the eyeball, other than the eyeballs, cleaning up. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of cleaning up to do. And again, you'll be getting the patents to this. Should, keyword. Like the eyebrow. I got more work on the eyebrow. What I do is sometimes I take Lynn's design, like this thing here, as I could do my own version of it. I mean, here, cup of Coco, book, walking in nightshirt. Now, I do have two nighttime Santas. I have a nighttime Santa and a sleepy Santa rough out. Both of them, of course, you could do not. The nighttime Santa has a quilt in front, but you can have them do something else in front, or have. I had one where the rough out was really gummed up in front, and so I made him holding a star. So you have a regular Santa holding a star, or putting a star in the tree, because you would put the arms together holding the star, and then just have this extra tree like he's putting a star on it. Nighttime, my sleepy Santa, you can make a regular Santa out of him with a stick, or sleeping time Santa. There is a lot to fix on this, but there you are, last chance. Don't mind all the pickings that gotta happen. And as far as the hand, now the hands, I could probably straighten that out. They're still a little curly. I could leave that as a, just as a, Santa. Oh, well, I gotta go right now. My daughter is calling. I'll see you later. Yep, that was my daughter, and she's coming over, and she's probably going home. But the reason why I'm turning this back on is I don't like that. Now, if he's walking, how come this is sticking out? And I am going to take that out. Be careful with the toes. Oh, I didn't finish the toes either. Shame on me. And so that should be sticking out, and this should be sticking in. See, there's a little, just as I was just about saying, good night, nurse. There we go. Yep. a little extra because if that foot is here, then the other foot is right about here. So I just happened to notice that. And the toes, I don't know what else. The toes are just more of a rounding, and I think I better be careful. It's just the same thing. 20 degrees one way, 20 degrees the other. And a little bit of roundness to it. And again, more detail when I'm ready to detail. And then it's got to be relatively flat. You still in? Relatively flat. Now the thing that I should have done before and I screwed up is if I should have done of course the foot is more this way. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. I screwed up. I mean, we could fix it. It's the other way around. It's got too much wood. That's the problem, is we wanted it to be a little rounder. Again, in details. But at least give you a good look at the good roughed out version of it. Okay, big toe 1, 2, 3, and then there's got to be a 4, sorry. Now that's a little better, but there's more detail because what the toes are going. I'm not going to take my shoes off to show you, but it's just the toes are kind of flat and then it comes up. Maybe I should make one more swipe. The toes. This should be going. This should be going straight in, straight in. So I still want to leave you with the best rough before detailing. And what's going to happen, I have to get in, oh my goodness. I have to get in there with my detail knife and make sure I have it sharp to get some of that crap off of there. Off in there. And just more detail. I got to get the toes up more. Again, just, I'm just going to be picking here and there, so I better stop now. That was a major thing, so I want to make sure that is there any more major things? Now you could take either the knife or a flatter edge. Where's my flatter edge? I know I brought one up that was much, oh, here we go. I think that's it. Nope. This one here. If you can, or if you want, let's put a little more personality into it. Because you know what, I'm probably going to end up doing it anyways, and so why? There goes a hog. Sure, why not? Let's do this now. And I just wanted to end this because the sun is coming and we're almost done. I want to leave that, let's leave that mostly flat. Take the knife to it then. There's a little more character, but I don't have the right tools. I have a more, like a wider number 5 that will, oops, it's careful. I can't scoop. I can scoop if I go this way. That'll create this kind of a cut. And that's what you want to do, is make sure these are, unless you want to have a nice sharp. Sometimes, and of course I don't have my sharper one. I got a sharper one. Come here and do something like this. it's almost like an undercut. You see how that goes like this? And maybe get something even sharper in there. Again, or you could have just left it the way I had it. It's just you know, you get a little more sharper when it comes up. I will think about it later. What I'm going to do, it's up to you. Again, if I had my nice wide number 5, it's a number 5, and it's the wide one. A lot of you have seen it. See, it just kind of puts this kind of a roundness to it. I don't know if you can with your knife. Okay, now I think we're done. I mean, again, it's just about picking and cleaning and sehr gut. Now I can stop and you don't have to look at my beautiful knees. And until next time.